Okay, let's continue on, and this time let's make our screen. So I'm going to turn my wireframe back on, go to my body. I really don't need anything else on distracting me besides the body, so I'm going to turn everything else off. That way I can go into sub D mode and I won't mess up the rest of my model per se, okay? So I want to take my polygon mode, select these four. Let's toggle our grid and work plane. And I guess we could do this also in polygon mode if you wanted to. Okay, it's completely up to you, and you don't even have to use a line work plane if you don't want to. So let's get a square, and let's draw a square out like this. That looks pretty good. We don't need that many sections in the Y, so let's turn it back down to 1. And let's even this up. Okay, let's reset our work plane. And now we have this kind of beginnings of our screen here. So let's pull this out so we can work on it. Okay. Now the first thing I'm going to do is grab this, hit the B key to bevel it in. Let's bevel it in like this way, pretty good ways. Okay. Let's hit the shift key and click to reactivate our bevel tool. Let's take it in, shift click, take it in, shift click, take it in a little bit, shift click, bring it back out, and scale in on the X just a little. Spacebar, drop our tool. Okay, now let's go ahead and run some loop slices through here. If we hit our tab key, you'll see that it's not holding too well. So let's go ahead and run some right up this way. Alt C, count of 2, symmetry. We'll put them up close like that. And we'll do the same thing up this way. Like that. Now you can see our screen is holding a lot better. Okay. Let's hit our tab key. I'm going to run one up through here. Alt C, but I'm just going to use count of 1 mode free. And I'm just going to put it towards the back. Like so. So let's go ahead and get a new mesh. Let's double click it, Command X to cut it out. Let's put this in a new mesh so we can work on it and we won't get in trouble with our back part. We'll go ahead and subdivide our back part. Now we can go here, and now I can subdivide this and not have to worry about messing with the back. Okay, so let's go ahead and run a loop slice. I'm going to run one right up the middle at 50%, like that, and I'm going to run right this way 50%, like that. Okay, so now let's go ahead and go to our vert mode. Let's grab these verts here, W. I'm going to stretch this out. We're just going to give this a little stylistic look. Let's bend this out this way. Let's bend these in. Bend this down and out. Let's bend this up. Now, it don't have to be just like mine. It's, you know, it's up to you. Let's take this one down. I want them slanting. Like so. Let's make sure we get these. Slant that down a little bit like that. Now as you can see, we're getting this cool stylistic looking, and it's thick enough to where we can, gives us plenty of room to play with. Okay, let's go back to our sub D mode and let's look and see what we got here. I'm going to go to polygon. I'm going to select the sides, all the polygons on the sides, both sides. Hit the W key and let's pull it forward a little bit, just a little bit. Okay, now let's hold the shift key and expand our selection and pull it forward just a little bit. Let's tab it. Okay, now let's go ahead and hit our R key. We can scale this in just a tad, make it not quite as thick. W key, let's move it back into play here. Like so. That's looking pretty good there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select these four, hold my shift key and hit the up arrow and expand my selection to right there. Hit Command X to cut that out, Command V to paste it back in. Now it's a separate object. I can double click it, give it a material and call it screen, and we'll make it black. Now we can double click this, give it a material and call it screen bezel, and we'll give it the red color. Like so. That red's a little bit dark, so we'll go to our shader tree, screen bezel material, we'll find it, we'll go to properties, there it is, we'll lighten it up. Alright, that's looking a lot better. Now let's go ahead, I'm going to go to my edge mode. Okay, oops. And I'm going to select this edge, and push the up arrow key. Then I'm going to select these edges right in there, these edges right in here. Push that back just a little bit. Got to make sure I select all the edges. I missed a couple, I think. I'm just going to push it back just a little bit, just to give it a little slight bend in the middle. Okay. Like so. Okay, now let's turn back on the rest of our materials here. Let's toggle our wireframe. Okay, I still see some. I think we're okay there. I think that's just the way that it's displaying it in the viewport. Okay, let's scale that screen just a tad. There we go. That helps a lot. Okay, so there's that. Now we have our screen. The next thing to tackle is our keyboard stand, and the two little controls on either side. We're getting there. We'll see you in the next one.